So greetings and welcome back to the second Creator Invitational. We have a game, as you can see on your screen, between Tohya 5-Dan and Triton2k, who is a 2Q. Whenever they're actually get a game, that is. Not entirely certain when that's going to be. I hope soon, but we will see. Sadly, today, I will be solo. However, tomorrow, we're going to be continuing with some more games. And I have my co-casters already happily lined up for that, so you can look forward to that as well. Let's go check the games list real quick and make certain they're not trying to play behind our backs. That would not be very nice of them. They are! Oh my god, I knew it! I knew it! Oh my god. Alright. Monitor capture. Hello, monitor capture. So they were trying to play behind our backs. Can you believe that? As you can see here, Tohya is white. Thankfully, nothing to change. Yeah. And it would appear that Triton2k is in fact white. Or is in fact black, sorry. Now, so far, some of the underdogs in this tournament have been a little bit surprising. You expect them to perform, well, let's just say under par, and that hasn't usually been the case. They've been putting up really, really good games, even since the first Creators Invitational, for example, when I think a 6-Dan went up against a 2Q and then almost lost in a co. So these games can be rather surprising, despite the little disparity that we have going on here. Now, today, I've got a little added feature that I can do. You'll be happy to note. Small board, remove. Let's get this set up. Window capture. Small board. Let's go ahead and do that. 2 moves made. Yeah, give me that one. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to do this. That way, whenever I'm going over variations, you can see exactly what is still going on in the actual game. It was suggested repeatedly in the chat, and today I'm actually set up to do this. So here's that. We'll go ahead and edit that scene down. And you'll be able to follow along with what's going on over there. Hopefully. That is the goal. That is the goal. I can make that a little bit larger, I think. There we go. That way we have both boards there. Now back to the game. Let's see what's going on here. We can see that Tohya immediately opened up rather unusually, right? He decided to go back and play off of star points, I guess trying to immediately get into some kind of fight with his opponent. Black decided to take corner. I'm surprised he didn't take the diagonal corner and turn this into a territorial game, especially considering that his opponent has decided to open up off of the star point in a way that speaks that he's not interested in territory. The approach was completely foreseen. It'd be a little bit awkward allowing black to get an enclosed. I think it's get to enclose now since this area is going to be denied to you. This, however, is very interesting. Rather than getting into a fight, he's still trying to back off, take his points. I like that a lot. This says we're going to try and tie all these 3 stones together in the hopes that we can make a very large center, I guess. The pincer here, I prefer a little bit tighter pincers. That way, if my opponent actually ignores me, for example, and continues off elsewhere, all I need is to get Sente, that way I can follow up nice and tightly, this stone can't run away. It's going to give me solid influence, or depending on how I want to play it, maybe solid territory. I feel a little bit happier in that result. But maybe I have something in mind specifically with the 2 space. We'll have to see. White play the diagonal. This is pretty straightforward. Very, very old. And falling into a lean. He could have gone and placed himself a little bit closer to put a bit more pressure on this. But this is by no means a bad move, because we're still denying white, we're still denying white a very good base on the right-hand side. This isn't bad. This approach says I'm going to treat this stone lightly, and I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It kind of feels like white is approaching this almost in a kind of handicap style, doesn't it? Because he's leaving this all by its lonesome. So if black, for example, gets sente here and is able to continue off, the best that white can hope for is to play here and sacrifice the outside stone. Assuming, of course, that white allows him to take him up on that particular offer. I mean, you could play here, but it seems like you're letting your opponent off a little bit easy. You still get a little bit of a base here, it can still come on out. We'll have to see what he does. Black, on the other hand, has to figure out what he wants to do as well. Does he want a pincer again? He does. Okay. Now we should probably see... What are we going to probably see? Immediately one thought is that... oh, sorry. Not paying attention to chat. I didn't pop it out today. Yeah, I was going to say one thing we didn't want to do here is just turn and settle. The way white's been playing so far is not let's just settle and get territory kind of style. It's very influential. So I'm not surprised at all that he's inviting this. However, this does allow for a push and cut, which can be particularly deadly. Who is who? Who is who? I've got the names right on the board there. Tohya is, as you can see on the lower left-hand corner of the screen, he is white, which is why his letters are white. And Triton2k is black, which is why his colors are black. He is gonna push and cut. Okay. He has decided that he's now going to pick a fight with the 5-dan. I'm sure that's not going to be at all a problem. Incoming cut. There it goes. There's the cut. There's the cut. Don't mind me as I get that off of screen. Hello, Nizumi8. Welcome to chat. Can of course defend here where white's going. Is black going to get greedy and try this, or is he going to go for standard shape? Do you think? Which one's it going to be? It's a very little difference, but I like seeing like what players are thinking about. It's like, I want a little bit more. You have to defend yourself. Don't get greedy, man. Don't get greedy here. Do not get greedy. You don't want to, for example, get greedy here. Okay, that was quick. I was going to play something, thank you. I was going to play that, yeah. We wouldn't want to have gotten greedy here, for example, and allowed white to just be like, you don't mind if I get a huge amount of thickness here, right? Because that's kind of what I was wanting to do. Are you playing in this game? No, I am not. I've got a far harder position of casting almost all of them. So that's pretty good. I like that he's being nice and stable. Before the game, he actually asked my opinion on what he should be doing, or what he should consider doing this game. I told him only one thing. It's like, just watch your shape. Because if you make shape, obviously if you have shape problems, he's going to exploit that because he's a freaking 5-dan. He's going to be looking all over that, so he will kill you if you let him. So I'm kind of happy to see that he's like, kind of has that in mind, but I hope he didn't interpret that as meaning, you know, play passively. Let's see, white could, yep, Hane there, about to say. Now, white has finally given black Sente. So we can now go back and think to ourselves, well, do I want to play this? Probably not, because the idea of extending along the bottom is kind of out now. We might play just a 2-space. It prevents this thickness in the lower left-hand corner from being used. What color is the 5D? The 5D is white. Anytime I am casting these games, my method is simple. Make the inside letters the color that they are. So Tohya is white, because, yeah. I just use an outline on their letters to ensure that their names pop out sufficiently. I might reduce the thickness on the outline since it's been confusing people, though. I might do that in the future. But yeah, we could back off here. How much time each player given? 30 minutes each side. They still have plenty of time left on the clock. But yeah, backing off low here seems like it might be a good idea. Because backing off here means we kind of want to get another move in here, but it's kind of small. We could play this, I suppose, though I don't like how we're only concerned with that one side. This strikes me as a little bit odd. Though it can be okay, I suppose. The actual game we decide with actually a 2-space low. Okay. Alrighty then. Now, this is a little bit passive, but it identifies the fact that white does have thickness. If we play high, we're probably not getting an extension over here. Only way we were going to still get an extension over here, maybe, is if we had attached to this stone to see if we could do anything with it. But that's really aggressive. I think white right now might just be inclined to enclose. This wouldn't surprise me at all. Maybe if he wants to play a bit more unorthodox, he could go for something like this. Could even go for something like this if you really wanted to. Puts the reading all on your opponent. It's like, look, that is entirely too large for me to consider that territory, but you figure it out. But I think white's going to stay... I think white's going to enclose. I think he's going to stay honest. But if he does enclose, allows extension to be made, maybe a little bit further. I'm not sure white's going to be happy with that result either. Because black right now is playing quite solidly. Not giving him a whole lot to use, is he? Okay, so white attached. Alright. What will you do now, Mr. White? Or Mr. Black, actually. Does the Hane still work? Not really, right? If we do something like this. I mean, we can play the... Sorry. I forgot who was playing what move. Doop, doop, doop. I mean, we could do this, right? Which is not very exciting for either player. But it's still not terrible for black, even if we get rid of those 3 stones. I don't think I'd play that though. Are stones close enough over there? Could we Hane here? I guess we could, huh? Could even actually double Hane if we wanted to. And 3 is pretty good in that regard. Backing off, okay. So probably going to see Q4 then instead. B looks good? Yeah, I don't think, yep, Q4. We could drop back. jumping back's a little bit passive. I mean, we haven't really made shape yet. And yet black's position is pretty good. Let's see, black can Hane one more time. Because even though this does leave Atari, we can't take the stone without giving up a stone. You could even play very, very aggressive here for all the things. But even if we don't play aggressive, just taking here is still more than enough. So we're not going to see that. Instead... And of course it goes without reason, or without saying, that this is also horrifyingly terrible. Because what's the goal here after all of this? It's like, ew. This is not a shape that we want to play. Ever. We never want to see this. So white has to connect. And then black will... Actually, is that better? A little bit better? Or is that better? I think technically it's this, but this is a little over concentrated. I think I like the push better in whatever variation I had played that, because yeah, that one, it was there. Oh my god, it was there a minute ago. I saw it. Yeah. I think I like this than the Hane. I think I like this variation a little bit better for black. Holy crap, what did I miss? Okay, so we had the Hane. We had the connect. And white is trying to make up. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. Well, we can't kill these 3 stones. There's no single place on the board that we can play right now that is going to single-handedly surround this entire huge area that you can see here. So continuing to play here seems like it might be a bad idea. I think you should probably go and deny the extension from this. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot better. Because we don't want to play here, right? Seems a mite too slow. Especially if our opponent takes here, and then what are we going to do? Take there? It might be playable, but it feels like there's too much going on in here. Especially in light of the fact that we're not going to be able to kill this anyway, right? What about developing the M16 stone? I considered that, but all you can really do is take either like a base here or jump out. And the jump out doesn't seem to be making a very large area. I mean, if this was really quickly, let's assume something else happened here. If we had like enclosed this, I'd say maybe the jump out would be good, because, you know, forget white in the corner, let's assume it's alive. Maybe now we're expanding out in the middle and we're growing, so we do want more center stones, but right now we don't really need that on this board. So yeah, I like the extension. Hey, Fargo, look, I had no idea like what Tohya's picture was, right? So I just snagged one that seemed to fit. That's all I did. Is a white group on the top side safe? Yes. This one right here? This one is pretty safe. It's not making the most amount of points in the world, but it's pretty safe. So yeah, let that be a lesson to you. If you do not give me a picture to use for your Creator Invitational game, I will select one to go with your name. Just so you know. I don't mean that's a threat, but it might be a threat. Oh, yeah, white responded, clearly. Jump out? You don't have to respond to this. You could be like, it's time to fight. White would come in, we'd have a war. But does a 2Q really want to get into that? Oh my god, he does. Let me finish my sentence before you play your move. I was gonna say you're playing a 5-dan. You might be like, you might not want to just say, hey, let's fight right now. And, you know, just play here instead. Because don't get me wrong, this area can be very large, right? I mean, having like, okay. I don't know how I just drew that one. I just wanted like a line. That's all I want. Like a line. Yeah, here. There we go. Like having this area over here to go with like the territory you've got over here. Some on the bottom is pretty respectful. It's pretty respectful. Okay, white defended. Black responds. And then white attacks. Yeah. Now you have to see what you're going to do here. Okay. We're going to play the diagonal. That can't keep him in. We know that doesn't keep him in. We could play... Yeah. Yup. Yep. I mean, now all we can do really is disrupt his shape while we're jumping away. Not sure if I like that very much. This will become a very large move later on in the game. I might have liked just to jump out instead. I guess you could see if you could borrow strength off the corner. I mean, what white cannot do is get greedy, right? And try and kill that off. Otherwise, your little one stone's going to be very, very unhappy. So I think he has to play kind of passively against any kind of attachment here. Was R8 to make him a little safer before adding another weak group on the board at C9? Okay, so what was R8? R8. That one. Yeah, you would not want these two groups, if they didn't have a base, to be running towards each other. That's a great way of getting killed. If it was me and my low-level Q skills, I would probably resign after a 5D first zone. No. You should be able to play. I think you should be able to play the first 10 moves of a game at the very least against anyone without making a mistake. I mean, that's like taking your cornerstones and then maybe playing a Joseki that you got out of a textbook, right? At the very least, anyone should be able to do that, even if they're not entirely certain of what they're doing. Alright, so right now we can see this is being... I really want to get in C7. I think C7 is Sente for white, right? If he plays it, we can't play elsewhere. Otherwise, this corner is now looking a whole lot more dead than it was a moment ago. So I think C7 might be played right now. Subsequently, if black had played it, then we're threatening to cut through the stones and get our territory back. We're making certain that we're nice and alive, so we can actually continue with this particular fight. So I think C7 was probably too large. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see it from white right now. In fact, I'll be shocked if we don't see it from white. I'm now shocked. That's just how that went. I'm shocked now. This is me being shocked. Hide the head of 2 and 3. Can we afford? White's connected now. There's nothing we can do about that. So I'm kind of leaning towards going back and playing here. Because we can't do anything over here, right? There's like, we can kick and scream all we want, but we're pretty fine with white right now. So if we extend out, we're just gonna get poked. Probably repeatedly. And now this corner is not very happy. Not very happy indeed. Wise man learns from defeat. That's true. That's true. I would hope so. See, that's why some people say, you know, why do so many Ghost streamers play under rank? We're just helping the wise men learn, okay? They're going to be defeated, but they'll learn from the games. We're really nice. We're helping you learn. We're helping our opponents learn. Though I guess I haven't been doing that lately, have I? Now that I think about it. Alright, extension out. Oh, we're going to see this from white now? Is white going to go after it? Or will white be merciful? Because white's fine. White's connected. So the question now is, will white be merciful? Let's see, is there any other large points from white right now? The corner, it... I'm not sure if this is my favorite move. Because that has to be met here, right? So white's in no danger, or black's in no danger as long as this is not connected? I don't like the shape here. I'm not a fan. I think this is a bit better. Because this is just like a free take my corner, I don't care. Like, just, I'm going to give you my corner right now, sure, because holy crap, I can't be killed. I cannot allow myself to die right now. So there you go. I get all of these moves in, and there's like nothing you can do about it. And then we can counterattack, because our shape is amazing. Try and go after both this group here and the stones over here with like a splitting attack in here. It could be one possible. Certainly possible. Oh yeah, we are always enjoying helping people learn their Eagle X4422. It is always a pleasure. See, while we're waiting for black to decide what to do, since we have a few people watching, I do want to go ahead and say once again that tomorrow is going to be a very, very busy day for us. We are going to start streaming at 3 p.m. Yep, that's what I thought. We're going to start streaming at 3 p.m. and we're probably going to be going until about 12:30 a.m. because we have my regular stream coming up, and then we have Creator Invitational games with Nick Zabicki. He'll be playing a 4-dan. No, sorry, no he won't. He'll be playing a 4Q. Slight difference in rank there. I knew there was a 4 somewhere. What else? What else? Right, after that we've got a 10-dan playing a 2-dan. That's going to be interesting. And then after him we have Longstride versus Monk, I want to say, who you may remember from the first Creator Invitational. Both of them actually were playing in the first Creator Invitational. So that is a train. I'm sorry about that. Can't do anything about that either. But yeah. Lots going on tomorrow. Oops. Yeah, this should have been down here, sadly. 10-dan is technically a thing, I guess. 10-dan is like the special title. Yes, we're having a very, very special Go player. Speaking of the first Creator Invitational, the final game hasn't been played yet, and that has it. No, it has not. I am not directing that. Don't take that up with me, man. I was just casting when people told me to show up and cast. So good news here is Black gets to live-ish. Black isn't dead. This is good. This is good. Because this is the only thing that you can do now. But it's not looking that great. This is a lot of territory to pick up. So he'll be streaming all day. It's not a 24-hour, but yeah. Not gonna do my first 24-hour stream until that little heart at the bottom of the screen reads 1000. What raw material is best for ghost stones? I hear glass stones break easily if they fall down. Well, the very simple answer to that is stop dropping your stones. And you're good, right? I mean, I'd rather drop a stone if I'm a kind of person who drops stones a lot. I'd rather drop glass stones than buy, like, expensive stones and watch them shatter. I mean, that's just me. It's like, you know how many times I've dropped my stones off my house before? I like playing on the roof. It's just something I do. So I gotta think, you know, what stones do I not mind dropping off my house? I'd go with the glass ones. Easy to replace. I haven't had any of them break either there, Jerba. I like plastic stones. Alright. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with plastic stones either. Yeah, painful move, but we had to play it. There's no, like, nothing insidious we can do here, right? Cut, no, because that's there. Alright. Sente now, right? Well, technically it's Sente, but if we do play elsewhere, then this is gonna kind of hurt. I don't know, in light of... Oh, then again, it's Sente. Yeah, alright. Take Sente away. Go play somewhere else. Go play Big Move. Big Move. He killed your stones, man. Go kill his. Teach this little 5-dan not to mess with you. I don't know how to do that, mind you. I anticipate it's going to involve a lot of screaming and crying. Mostly by you. But you can give it a shot. Where do we want to play? I'm thinking maybe on... well... Okay... Sente. That is still Sente. That is still Sente. Yeah, I haven't seen him around either, but apparently he's a 5-dan on... He's a Chinese 5-dan, I'm told. Plays on OGS. Friend of Little Lamb. Okay. What do you think? Play on the right? I mean, that's kind of large. Follow over there is kind of large on the left. Can't do really much in the corner. Yeah, I think we have to attack these 4 stones here. See what we can get out of them. Because we can't just be like, okay, there's my territory for this game. We're good to go now. I mean, we've got to try to follow up because this was too large to lose. So we have to harass this somehow. Ow. Ow. Okay. 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 All right. Force and capture. Now we need to really go back and do something. God's something over here. Gotta make up that lost territory. Right? Can we try going for a middle-oriented strategy here? Could we, like, be like, I'm gonna keep this low and build up the middle? I don't think so, right? So, I mean, that stone right there, we can't deny access. So going for center-oriented strategy here is probably not a good idea. Alright, so that's probably not going to work, right? I would really love the throw into work and be like severe and stuff. I don't see a way for it to be severe. I have no idea where white should play right now, or black should play right now. How about 014? Too small. 014 is too small, I think. I mean, you're inviting the 3-3, I guess. Or even to play elsewhere. I think that's actually Gote. And then given white's current territorial advantage, maybe he actually just goes and plays here as a follow-up. Takes the corner. Forces black to go and do the follow-up instead. Get Sente again. This exists. Maybe attack that afterwards. Alright, so white's gonna... black plays there. Trying to exchange this, I suppose. It's not terrible. Apparently, I'm the only one at my club who likes sing stone. Sing stones? How do you get your stones to sing exactly? What are sing stones? Oh, ing stones. Oh. Oh. Ing stones are... am I thinking of the right ones? Yeah, those little plastic guys. Man, I haven't used those in forever. Huh. Okay. Singing stones to distract the opponent? Yeah, exactly. I think your opponent would be very, very distracted if you were listening to your iPod during a game while your stones were just singing Let It Go from Frozen just on a loop repeatedly. You might win that game. You might win that game. What's going on here? White attached. Black says no. So here. I don't think this is a good idea. No, that seems like the worst thing that we can envision here right now. So we can't play that way. What are we trying to do here? You wouldn't be disqualified for that Dalinar. I mean, come on. It's not like you're the one with the singing stones. You don't know why they're singing. They're just singing. Oh dear. Is he gonna Hane? He's got a Hane, right? Oh, this might be the end. This is huge. This is not pretty. So Tohya currently has 15 minutes on the clock right now, though it looks like Triton2k has used up an entire Byoyomi period. He has 4 of them left at 30 seconds. Is he losing another period? He's down to 5 seconds. Oh, no, he responded. Okay, I think this might be the end of the game. That cut. What do we do for this cut? We cut, and then as black we back off. And then we connect as white. Then the best we can hope for is this kind of shenanigans. That would be great, because then we can actually do the middle, but that's not going to happen that way, right? I think here we're going to see... Well, actually, it could happen that way. Oh my god, am I underestimating him? Am I underestimating how deep that black is reading right now? This extend back is tough to deal with. That's pretty good for... That's not terrible for black. Ripperino. Now white can take. The Hane is forced. Man, I would have loved to have just seen a back off here, I think. That right there is so hard to deal with. How do you deal with that? If we Atari this stone in any way, shape, or form, we're killing off S17 stones. We have to play there. So this is all forced. Then we have one last hurrah as we go all the way into the middle. Just bet middle for all the things, right? Yeah, Atari, okay, right. Yeah, Atari, Hane, connect. At least black has Sensei though, so that's cool. White almost has all 4 corners. Almost. Oh, okay. That move works. That move is one that is a functional move. White can connect, and then we can take it back and connect back up. The honey there's kind of small. Can even disrupt it if necessary. Because this kind of thing connects up immediately. Not terrible. Is there anything else that we can do? We play here. We cut through. We get really, really, really bad vibes about how our life has progressed this far. The bottom left corner is huge. That it is there, Gerba, and it can get even huger. With an extension, can get worse. Can get worse. Right back. Is White thinking about playing away? Surely not. White, what are you thinking about? You've got to connect, surely. I don't have to connect. And don't call me surely. Hello, Gobaduk. White disagrees. White does not believe that he just needs to connect right now. Maybe he's counting. Okay. Well, this is preventing a variation later on. If we go down this variation, we saw it hinged on the fact that he could connect out underneath. But with this, oh my god, we're gonna get a little greedy here, it looks like. Alright, a little bit greedy. Or play here instead for the Hane. You usually do that when you're gonna cut. Alright, so we're not going underneath. Not going underneath. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I don't know. I suppose if we Atari, we get this in, but it's kind of worth it now because we're getting so much on the outside. Also, E8 isn't worth very much after B. Okay. Where are the E8 stones? E8. E8 stones are pretty well connected though. How do you cut that off? Whoa, missed a few stones. Sorry, I was reading the whole comment about E8. The Atari, right. Standing up. Oh, we are okay. This is a little bit dangerous because now we've got these two stones that we have to look after. I mean, we don't want to just be like, hey, we just peeped here a couple of times. Let's just leave them die right now. That's fine. I didn't want to save them anyway. They're good enough just being dead, right? And a simple jump isn't going to be that great either. Let's keep in mind all of the Aji that still exists here and here. And you can still attack this as White. You can attack that left group. So you have to be very, very, very careful. Alright, jumping out even further. Again, these aren't stones that can really be saved, because we can even read something as simple as this and realize that our stones are still not connected. I don't think we're going to just simply, like, try to cap this and attack it. Yep, the Atari seems okay. Is he going to connect R4 while he's at it too? Surely not, right? That's too slow. I don't think I like that. So what's white gonna do instead? Sorry. There are a few ways to cut it? Yes, there are. None of them are worth it? No, I don't think so either. Not unless we can figure out a way to really attack these stones over here. If we can do that, then it might be worthwhile. Getting a base here. That's unexpectedly Okay. Alright, yep, that's big. I'm almost surprised that that was actually taken. I probably would have played this first to see if I could do anything here. Because we don't actually want E8 stones to die. I don't think. So we probably would have seen what? This? Oh, we are going for center development. Okay. Yeah, easy to come in. Easy to come in. Okay, well, black has to be very, very careful here, because this group is pretty strong, but it's not immortal. That group is not immortal. And the weaker this one gets, the more interesting the split becomes over in here. Is he going to try and cut through immediately? He's going to try to cut through immediately. Okay. Are we actually going to cut? Take a stone and capture? I don't think I like that idea very much. Oh, he's trying to do that now. Not a good move. We play here. Still works the same though. Haven't really defended from the fact that you can't do much about this, right? This is never going to be a separator if this is your goal. And this is what we're trying to accomplish here. D16 doesn't prevent it. Playing here instead. Interesting. I wonder why you decided to play it this way. The other way, you were kind of inviting black to get a bit of a bad situation for himself all by himself. So we're not going to cut. We're going to go play here then. I mean, both situations we're kind of doing almost the same thing. So what are you gonna do now, black? You're gonna Atari, okay. I was actually reading out F12 instead to see if that was gonna work out a little bit better. This might be okay. Yep, coming in. Yep, gotta reduce, gotta reduce. Black's actually playing pretty well. Though he is down to 2 BOE periods, whereas white still has 6 minutes on his clock with the full 5. Wow, we are being really aggressive trying to cut off everything. To be fair, he doesn't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. He either gets a very large side area here, or he can't keep up with white, who has very large corners. Okay, the upper right's not a very large corner, but the upper left is, and so is the lower left. Whereas this side over here, for black, not very worthwhile. Down here, not too many points. Everything that he's getting has got to come in from like this side. This is the hopefully happy side. If we can get this, then we're good. Or at least happier. I mean, granted, we're still not all that happy that like the area down here was given away. This unfortunately made us very, very sad. Hitting back up makes sense. Dude. This should be an easy connection, right? Okay, didn't envision that one. Maybe it's easier than what I was envisioning. I was envisioning, a solid connection here. Because that leads pretty easy to connect. This one I don't know about. Okay, we're not trying to cut. We're not trying to. Okay, I gotcha. We're just going for the influence. We're just going for the influence. Is he actually gonna play here then? Try and get all this for himself? Very risky. There's still a lot of ways in. Still a lot of ways in. Threatening to cut over here. Black man, he means business. He is trying to do everything. Then if white defends, I guess we're just gonna be like happy this way. Could be, could be. I'm still looking at that G3 stone at the bottom of the board, wondering what it can be used for. Uh-oh. Oh dear. He's trying to... You can't kill that. It's too close to all the things. Uh-oh. This is getting dangerous. Oh, this is getting dangerous. This middle group would like a word with what you're doing, Black. Oh no, that middle group is like, did you forget all about us? We're not immortal yet. Because, I mean, what do you respond with this? I mean, you're going all out trying to kill. But is that even possible? This way can't kill Black this way, I guess. Or can you? Alright, maybe you can't. Okay, White's gotta be very, very careful, because this just gets him killed. Alright, not trying the super aggressive variation that I was considering on killing all of the things. They're a bit more live and let livey. To be fair, Black only has 30-second Byoyomi and 2 periods left, so we didn't have really much chance of reading out something like that in time, I suppose. Do you still have to worry about this? Really? Did this not work? I guess not. Okay. Sorry, I read if it's possible to kill something first, and then I look at other things later. Black is still trying to poke out those eyes, though. He does not want to let this group go. But to be fair, now that White is actually in the middle of the board, the center's been kind of disrupted, so he kind of has to kill something. White doesn't need to kill, I know that's true, but it's always fun to do it regardless. I mean, technically speaking, if something can in fact die, doesn't matter if you're ahead or behind. Something can be killed, it can be killed. Now you can choose not to try to kill it, because you don't have to. Uh-oh. What do we do, the attach? Yeah. Okay. Cutting through there. I like. Yeah, try and kill it all. Oh, he has to be careful again. Or Black does, rather. Uh-oh. Last Byomi period. 5 seconds left. 4. Pay attention to your time! Oh. White wins on time. I think it was on time. Was it on time? Or did he formally resign, like, right before it ended? No, White won by resignation, I guess. Okay. Wow, that was a crazy game. I should be happy. I am happy. I like seeing things die. That makes me sound kind of creepy, actually. But you know what I mean. Let's see. I have to work now. We can communicate through email. Okay. Well, I can invite Triton into the call. Congratulations, Tohya, to his victory. I've got Triton2k on here, though. I can add him, and we can ask him about the game. Where's my Skype? Oh, Skype. There's my Skype. Is the board still centered? Yeah, the board's kind of centered. This is like the worst centering job I've ever done. No. Where is Triton? Triton! Ah! Alright. Let's go and give this guy a call. Or did Triton have to leave too? Who knows? Let's call him anyway. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry about your loss, unfortunate. You were playing very, very well for a very long time, though.
Yeah, I felt a little desperate at the end, but it was, I thought that it was a good game.
A little bit at the end, yeah. Let's see. You are there, okay. So, I had a few questions, not too many.
Okay.
I like the opening. You were just taking your points, forcing him to figure out what he wanted to do with his opening. I thought that was pretty nice. The pincer made sense. He took a nice, simple one.
Yeah. I wanted to try to be simple as best I could.
Yeah, it really did very well for you. You didn't run into problems until a little bit later on in the game. Like, you cut him here, which was okay. I think this is actually normal. I'm not entirely sure, I have to look that up. But it looks like better shape rather than the Atari.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure about that, but I figured this would still be okay.
Well, unfortunately, we saw the difference between the two moves, because later on in the game, the fact that that could still be run out was very, very big.
Yeah, I regretted not playing something like C7, I think.
And 3 I liked. Because it shows that there's like not a lot to do here. I mean, we could go all in on the right-hand side and just pick up territory, but then he gets to change directions and builds, potentially. Could play high, but there's nothing for us on the bottom anyway. So, I like the playing low.
Yeah, thanks.
He played here.
I wasn't sure, again, what to do when he attached here, because I knew that if I haunted at R4, it would be...
not so good for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. I just wasn't sure how to respond to this. Do you think I just want to find for that?
My first thought was to actually go back and just play this way.
Oh, okay.
Because your stone at R10 ensures you're getting a very, very large wall here. I would consider double Hane. I was a little on the fence on whether I wanted to do this or not. I mean, there is a solid cut here, but you can't really do much with this, given, again, the fact that R10 is on the field.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he'd play that way. He might take this, but I'm not sure how good that is again, because, once again, you're blocking him perfectly with R10. You can't really get much here. In fact, you can actually poke him now later on.
I guess it might open up the possibility for him to try the invasion at R12, though. Later on, maybe. But I don't know.
Let's see, this seemed normal. He had to play away. You took that. This I thought was risky. I thought you were playing it like really solid at this point, so you were just going to go ahead and respond at 1.
Yeah, I was... Yeah.
I mean, later on, you could even maybe get in D2, which is also large, because it threatens the connection underneath. And then you got a lot of territory on the left, and pretty sizable amount on the right-hand side. And the bottom's okay, too. I mean, it would...
I instantly regretted not playing this, actually. I mean, I didn't want him to end up getting a move on the top, because I felt that'd be good for him, and it would be easy.
I wasn't sure what he was going to do on the top, though, to be honest. I mean, simply this to jump out, I thought was going to be relatively okay for you, because he's going to, it looks like he's going to be Sente at this point, to go back and answer the lower right-hand side, or to attach at G3.
Yeah, that's why I regretted it, yeah.
Yeah, this in and of itself can still be attacked, unless it gets another move here, but that's too slow right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a base. This
I felt maybe I should have gone back to the other side again.
Yeah, probably.
Because that invasion's bigger than, the other side.
This side, when he jumped out, I was just wondering who was the first person that was going to get in D7. Because this is such a huge shape point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought about playing that after I already did the knight's move. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I should have just played,
but
C7.
It existed for quite some time, though. Even now, this is actually pretty okay, I think, if he wants to make this exchange. It seems like a bad one for him.
Yeah, okay.
Sadly, here, all we can do is just drop down.
Yeah, I looked at that, but... I don't know, I looked at that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because this one allowed him to come in and reactivate his stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's no good.
Yeah. I just wanted to try something. Try something different.
I thought you actually had Sente here. I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to continue playing here or not. I mean, you can, like, poke your shape and whatnot, so I wasn't at all certain if playing this was a good idea or not.
Well, if he just plays that, then he would, I'd have to Atari first, like I did.
This worried me immensely.
Sure.
Oh no, this does not work. Though, if you backed off here, you're probably going to lose the game anyway.
Yeah, I know.
He can't Atari here anymore, because this is pretty big for you.
Mm-hmm.
What you could do, though, if he connects, you could just get rid of this.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping for.
For, like, maybe building the middle up, but I don't know, that's a really great idea.
Well, I have to try. I mean, I'm behind. So.
Yeah, after the bottom left, you have to try something.
Mm-hmm.
This was an interesting attempt. I thought you would play this because you were going to try and like go under his stone or something.
And
then he'd have to go back and block that. I don't know.
I just felt that he would still have to be unsettled, and that's what I wanted.
Okay.
Because, as I said, I have to try something. I'm behind.
Yeah, sadly, at this point, I don't think there's enough on the board that's going to allow you to really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
That I thought was probably a little bit too slow. I might have wanted to go and grab this extension first, because if he plays the Atari, then you get Sente again, so you get to play another large move.
Yeah, I thought he would respond again with that group, but I thought he'd probably at least jump out.
I see.
I just tried everything right here just to see what I could do.
Yeah. Understandable. You almost cut him off, though.
Yeah, and of course there's a little bit of time trouble here, so I was just...
Oh, yeah, you had like 2 periods left at this point.
Yeah, I was like, I just have to just play the move that I think, just instinct. We gotta go with the instinct.
You had a few minutes to think about it, but yeah, pretty much. Yeah, at this point, the game is unfortunately over.
Yeah.
Nice attempt though. You got first game against a 2-dan or 5-dan. Sorry, not very lucky with that particular draw. Especially we know there are other cues that you could have been matched against, but like, nah, just give them the 5-dan.
It's okay. I like playing really strong players because I feel like that's the best way to get strong.
Yep. I totally agree with that. So, unfortunate that you lost, but it was a good game regardless. You played pretty solidly, and I think you had it. You kept the game fairly even for quite a while, which not a lot of 2Qs can say, especially against a 5-dan.
Thanks. Yeah.
So,
I was just thinking about the moves in the game.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it for this game then. Remember, people in the chat, there's 3 of them coming up tomorrow, so you probably want to stick around. Not stick around, don't do that. That's like many hours away. You might want to come back for that. And if you do, then I will see you guys tomorrow.